everybody. I'm Lauren Dalvia. I'm an astrologer and a spiritual teacher here at Bene Mudra. This is a big week. This is the week of the full moon blood eclipse in Sagittarius. That's happening in the early morning hours of Wednesday, May 26th. I'm going to do an astro update for May 24th through May 31st. But first, I would love to invite everybody to attend a class that Faith Strang, who's an amazing intuitive healer, past life regressionist. I mean, this woman is just unbelievable. So multi-talented. I'm co-teaching with her a blood moon eclipse class this Wednesday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So you can sign up for that at Bene Mudra. We're going to do past life experiences, meditation, Kundalini yoga, astrology. It's such an honor to be co-teaching with her, and it's going to be really fun. This is a major portal this week. So that's happening. So that's happening on May 26th. And that's really the overview. We have the Sagittarius full moon eclipse. It's squared by Sagittarius's natural ruler, Jupiter in Pisces. So results from this can be super full on. They can also be blown out of proportion. Euphoria is also very possible under this. So there's a lot of wisdom that is available around this eclipse, but the thing to just keep in mind is, like, will it be accurate? We have Mercury slowing down on the 29th and going retrograde. So we're already in that shadow of, like, things are murky, and eclipses themselves, they're murky. And I'm going to go into a lot of greater detail with that in the class, but just know that it's a quite a surprising week that we have available to us. And because we have a lot of Neptune energy, which is this sort of what you see is not what you get, smoke and mirrors, abundant, but can I trust it sort of energy. There's an anything goes kind of air about this eclipse. So I'm not purposely trying to be cagey, but that I actually want to introduce those elements in this report, just so that people can kind of take that in and realize, like, okay, like, if I feel amazing, like, I can trust that, but just kind of watch that I don't go overboard. If I feel, anything that comes up is present reality. But there's a lot of malleable energy in the sky right now. So there's a lot of separation from reality as a result of these placements in the sky. So there's also a lot of opportunity though this week. So you just have to be smart about it. Like, you don't want to take anything for granted, and don't accept excuses. Don't accept missing info or vague answers. Like that's the thing. Like, you want clarity, clarity above all. So I'm just going to give a little update for each of the signs. Aries, the eclipse is in your opportunities area. So this can expose false hope. It can expose an exaggerated promise in the areas of travel, education, legal matters, broadcasting, or publishing. There can also be a major result in one of those areas. But you just want to make sure that you're seeing all the facts before you move forward. In some cases, you may be tempted to take a risk. Just use caution, because there's something that you're not fully aware of. Taurus, the eclipse is in your area of shared resources, so that delivers results in the areas of taxes, debts, your partner's finances, intimacy, or anything like related to psychology. Issues can be greatly inflated by external prompts from the group, from friends, from social ideals. You may feel overwhelmed by what you don't have control over. Private matters can go public as hidden issues are revealed. So just remember that issues will be exaggerated, so don't believe everything you learn from others. Gemini, the eclipse is in your relationship area. So this delivers a partnership culmination that may feature exaggerated expressions of optimism, hope for the future, or expressions of authority. A massive leap forward may be triggered for both of you or just one of you if your mutual ideals are not aligned. So a new career chapter could be featured. Venus is also in your sign square to Neptune, so you might be getting confused about a professional relationship or career goals. You may have difficulty choosing which path to take or which aspect of your identity you're going to display. So just use caution, as respect, ambition, and success can be undermined if you get distracted by questionable opportunities. So you just may need to take a few steps back before you finally get what you want. Just step back. Choosing a specific value or desire can temporarily resurrect issues from the past. So you just want to get a view of what's happening. Cancer, the eclipse is in your area of routine. This can expose hidden facets of a work issue or an imbalance regarding your obligations to others. So a result can trigger a surge of enthusiasm, or extra work and perspective may be distorted as you take on more than you can handle. So make sure new ideals match with what you can realistically do. If you're taking on a new opportunity, know that your daily life and routines will require some refinement after the initial rush. And then you have Venus in your area, your hidden area. So that's square Neptune, tricky. That's the, this is this placement that's happening this week as well. That's making things a bit nebulous. So this can stir up illusions and fantasies around the secret attraction or a romance or wish. This could be the start of something, or it could dissipate into nothing. So a firm reality check is needed. So you might also be reviewing old memories in preparation for like a letting go of something that doesn't serve you anymore. Leo, the eclipse is in your area of self-expression. This can deliver big public results involving creative work, new attraction, or children and pregnancy. There can be an accelerated urge to show off, celebrate, indulge. And while this can be fun, know that you'll be pushed by impulses that you're not fully in control of. So how far do you want to take this? Venus is in your social area, in this square to Neptune, this confusing square. So this suggests misleading signals, confusion in friendship, attraction, or anything involving your public image. So what you see and what you present to others will not be completely accurate. So you just kind of watch that. And there's a lot sort of playing out in public. There's a piece of news, appealing, charming statement, but there's a Mercury going retrograde at the end of the week. This is going to encourage you to look again and change your mind regarding whatever is said in public. So this is being played out in public. So just to kind of be mindful of that. Virgo, the eclipse is in your domestic area. This delivers culmination involving home, family, the past, home business, relocation. Results will be exaggerated by the influence of a partner, whether it's personal or business related. So just consider who's calling the shots. Are their beliefs in line with yours? In some cases, there can be rapid and positive growth in a domestic issue. Venus is in your career area in this square to Neptune. So this can make it easy to miscalculate when it comes to a professional relationship or image. So you just want to be careful about that. You may, and you also may, the Mercury retrograde at the end of the week, this can bring up questions in terms of career path, new or appealing path. You might decide that revisiting the past in a professional context could be a really positive thing. Libra, the eclipse is in your communication area. This delivers a big, bold answer or decision. More than you anticipated can be illuminated, or you may end up saying more or taking on more than you meant to. So news can be good, but overwhelming. And then Venus is in your opportunities area in this nebulous square to Neptune. This suggests questionable developments around long distance romance or issues with travel, education, legal matters, publishing, or broadcasting. What looks appealing will not be completely truthful, or you may want some ethically questionable decisions based on what you want. You got to watch that those may be made under this placement. So just kind of have a bird's eye view. Mercury and Venus can clarify a new a new and lucky opportunity. And then the Mercury retrograde is going to urge you to pull back and reconsider. More facts need to be revealed and initial plans will be delayed, but it's going to be a really interesting 3 weeks with Mercury retrograde. We're going to go, we're going to backtrack so that we can ultimately move forward with more skill and clarity of perception and abundance. Scorpio, this eclipse is in your area of personal resources. This can deliver financial windfall or massive expense. So this can be a huge boost to your confidence along with a desire to treat yourself. The key is just recognizing your limits and stopping just before you reach them. Venus is in your area of shared resources in this square to Neptune. So this can encourage you to be more sharing, more generous, pardon me, and spend, or spend more or look for something that's not there in a partnership. There's a mix of deep compassion under this placement, also romantic longing, also hard to divine craving for other things. So just use caution when you're dealing with money, taxes, loans, somebody else's money, your own. And if you're tempted to cut corners, just know that under this placement, there will probably be consequences. The Mercury retrograde, so you have Mercury and Venus, there's going to be signals with this that reveal conversations or discoveries about what you want or value. The Mercury retrograde is going to push you to look deeper and ask questions and refine the initial answer. Sagittarius, the eclipse is in your sign. This indicates a result or turning point in a relationship, your identity or lifestyle. So events at home or with family will expand what's happening to the point where you reveal all or expect a huge windfall. Just know that this energy is exaggerated and your perspective will be distorted. There is a potential for a real leap of faith to carry you up and out of the past, but you'll have to keep an eye on reality as well. That's kind of the takeaway this week. Venus is in your relationship area in the square to Neptune. So that can present desirable, but maybe unrealistic developments in partnership. So fears and longings based in the past can distort within what another is actually offering to you. And Venus, Mercury can indicate a hopeful or romantic statement on their part. But Mercury retrograde can just indicate that there will be backtracking, delays, changes as they shift their truth. In some cases, you might connect with a partner from the past. Capricorn, so the eclipse in your hidden sector, this can expose a secret or encourage a previously undefined dream. Huge plans, promises, or statements, this will bring things out into the open, perhaps in a bigger way than anticipated. So it could be time to openly address something, but know that this result will not be final. Plans will shift and expectations will have to be carefully managed. Venus is in your area of routine, square Neptune. This suggests distorted issues around work, health, or obligations to another. So you may end up giving too much, slacking off, or losing track of what's important. So just keep an eye on that. And then the Mercury Venus can highlight a positive correlation or a desire to help. But Mercury retrograde is going to force you to backtrack and just refine initial plans. That's what Mercury does. Aquarius. The eclipse is in your social sector. So this can expose truth about friendship, about group association, or your relationship to the collective, to the public in general. Or is it the truth? What is revealed will be exaggerated. So make an effort to maintain perspective this week. In some cases, there could be results around a project or a public launch. Again, watch for exaggeration as reactions and finances accelerate faster than expected. Venus is in your area of self-expression in the square to Neptune. This also can encourage spending, flirtation, celebration. What happens can be quite fun, but also undermining. So just remind yourself of your core values and resources. Mercury and Venus present a creative opportunity, a romantic introduction, but Mercury retrograde just says you'll have to double check all the info. So look closer, ask questions, and expect initial statements to change. Pisces. The eclipse is in your career area, so that's squared by Jupiter in your sign. This presents big results regarding future goals, job developments, a business launch, or your ambitions. You may be encouraged to grab an opportunity with both hands, or this could be hopeful and liberating, but know that results will shift and that everything's that's presented now will require refinement and a reality check. If you have Venus in your domestic area and the square to Neptune in your sign. So this also suggests distorted views around home or family members. So a desire to make peace, improve things, or simply be happy will involve avoidance or a deliberate refusal to acknowledge the truth. So Mercury and Venus can open up a family discussion or signal good news about relocation and family business, but the Mercury retrograde is going to just push you to reconsider your choices. This could also be about looking into the past for better news. So that's a little eclipse update for everybody. I, again, encourage you to tune in to Faith Strang and my Blood Moon Eclipse class on Wednesday at 4 Pacific Daylight Time. It's going to be really awesome. So looking forward to seeing you. We're going to get really deep into some healing and optimization and, blow your doors off kind of astrology and how to make this energy work the best for you. As ever, I'm grateful to James Bene for this amazing platform to do my work. I'm very grateful to Nadia Gilchrist, who is an amazing astrologer and writer whose astrological reports are entirely the basis for this report. My mentors as well. And sending love to you all. Have a beautiful week.